What's up, my people? In this video, we are going to be factoring these quadratic expressions when a equals 1. Remember, a equals 1 means that the number in front of this right here, in front of all of these, is really a 1 that's there, okay? So that's what a equals 1 is. So let's go back. And what we're going to do is I want you to create a box. And I want you to create next. Okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to put B in the front. And then remember A times C in the back. So 1 times negative 40 goes back here. And this is a positive 3 because the 3 is positive in the middle. Now we have to go down and figure out what are the factors of, or what multiplies, not factors, what multiplies to give us negative 40. Remember, you got to make your list. 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 4 times 10, 5 times 8. And then we have to figure out which of these pair can we add or subtract or do something to get 3. And that pair is this pair right here. Because 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. But 8 times 5 is negative 40. So this actually might help. Let's do something like this over here on the top. We want them to multiply to get this number, but add to get that number. Okay, so I'll leave that at the top. So 8 plus negative 5, or in other words, 8 minus 5 is a positive 3. So we added those and then we multiplied. So now that we have that, now remember, this is always the top right-hand corner. This is always the bottom right-hand corner. And then this positive 8. This negative 5. Okay, so now we have to identify what made this here b times b was b squared. B times a positive 8 makes 8b. Now down here, negative 5 times the b up here gives us negative 5b. And if you double check your work, negative 5 times positive 8 is negative 40. So my two factors is going to be b minus 5. And the other one is going to be b plus 8. And this is factored. If you multiply these two together, you will get b squared plus 3b minus 40. Let's do the next one. But this time, I'm going to slide my box over a little bit. I'm going to do my box here. My x over here. So b goes in the front. 1 times negative 18 goes in the back. There. Now we have to figure out our factors. Okay. Now let's figure out what times what makes 18. 1 times 18. 2 times 9. 3 times 6. And we have to figure out which pair of those can we use to get 3. And we will use 3 and 6. And what would you do with 6 and 3 to give me this 3 in the front? You would say, well, 6 take away 3 is 3. And that's correct. And then 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. So you know you got the right ones. Okay? So I'm going to put, remember, that goes in the front. This one goes in the back. And then this positive 6, V will go here. negative 3v will go there. So I'm going to do some highlighting real quick just in case y'all need it. So this v went here. This 18 went here. And this number and this number are my diagonals. Okay? All right, so remember how we had to add the diagonals before? So now we're doing something slightly different, okay? So now I know that it had to be v times v to get v squared in this top box. And I know in order to get 6v, I had to do v times 6. And in order to get negative 3v, I had to do negative 3 times v. Here are my factors. V minus 3, V plus 6. Okay, let's do another one. I got a couple more I'm going to do. And if anytime I'm going really fast, or you can always stop the video, pause it, rewind it, all that good stuff. All right, so the number that's going to go in front is going to be positive 4 because of this. The number that's going to go in back is going to be A times C, which is 1 times negative 21, negative 21. Now we have to figure out what times what multiplies to give us 21. Well, 1 times 21, 3 times 7. Now we have to figure out of this group right here, which of them can we add, subtract to give us a positive 4? And 7 and 3 happen to be that. Because 7 minus 3 is 4. And then 7 times negative 3 is negative 21. So in the top left box is going to be m squared. Bottom right box is going to be negative 21. And my diagonals is going to be 7m and negative 3m. So let's do some highlighting again. Remember, pink was from here. My diagonals. And I got this one from here. And I got this one from here. Okay, so you notice those match. Now, I have to finish my figuring out. So I got m and m, because m times m is m squared. Now I got to do m times what number was 7m? That's a positive 7. M times what number is negative 3m? That's a negative 3. That's one of my factors. That's the other one. Okay. Let's do one more like that. And then I got 2 on the bottom I want to show you. Those are really easy. That's why I threw them on this video. All right. So let's do orange. So draw my box. I'm going to draw my X, beautiful X. Remember, this number goes in the front of the X. This number back here goes in the back. So I got to figure out what times what makes 7. This one is easy. That's it, 1 and 7. So I got to figure out how to make that 1 and 7 into a negative 8. So if I do just 7 and 1, 7 plus 1, that's positive 8. If I do 7 minus 1, that's 6. So the only way we can get negative 8 is if that 7 was negative and that 1 was negative. So negative 7 minus 1 is negative 8. Negative 7 times negative 1 is positive 7. So, ooh, excuse me. So negative 7 times negative 1 is negative 8. Negative 7 times -1 is +7. I think I said that right. So n squared goes here. +7 goes back here. -7 n, -1 n. Okay? So I got to figure out what my factors are. Hopefully you've kind of seen a pattern here. N times -7 makes -7n. This n times -1 makes this -1n. So I got my factors right here. N minus 1. And then n minus 7. And that is my answer. So here's my answer to this one. Green. This one. Purple. That one. Okay. Now on the bottom, these last two, these are called perfect square binomials. Very easy. So you don't need to do any boxes or any of that other stuff. Step 1. Draw 2 parentheses. We'll get to these in class 2, by the way. Step 2. Put 1 plus and 1 minus. That is not a minus. I was JKing. There's 1 minus, right? And then you're going to put whatever variable this is, put 1 in each one of these. And then what number times itself is 64? In other words, what is the square root of 64? And that answer is 8. You're done. That is factored. Okay? Last one. Start off parentheses. 1 plus 1 minus. Now, it doesn't matter if the minus is in the front or the plus is in the back. Doesn't matter at all. What is this variable? Put that in the front of both. What is the square root of that? There is one exception to this rule, though. And the exception is, let's pretend, oh, by those are answers. Let's pretend this was p squared plus 81, like the one we just did, but there's a plus sign right here. Not factorable. So that means anytime there's a plus sign there, you're done because it's not factorable. All right. Hopefully this video helped. And if you have more questions, come see me in class, or you can rewind this video and watch it and let me know. I'll talk to y'all later.